Alright, it's the next morning. We're gonna get this thing strapped down and get this thing put on the car lift and start working on it. All ready to go. Just about there. Just chugging along. Everything's going smooth. By the way, the speedometer's off by 10 miles per hour. We're going 10 faster than it says. Alright, well, we made it. Get this thing unloaded and go get it put on our lift. Start working on it. Alright, we got it ready to go on the lift. Got all the parts laid out. All the front stuff, sway bars. Let's get this thing up in the air and get started. Alright, we just got the lowering blocks all finished up. Got all the old stuff cut off. All the new stuff's on. eBay specials actually fit really good, surprisingly. Once again, that's a 4-inch lowering block. When you set the truck down, rear end goes up, the pinion will go back down. So I have the blocks where the taller end is towards the front of the truck, so it tries to correct it up. So when you set the truck down, and the suspension compresses, the pinion's going to be going down. Still got to put some new pads on this side because they're cracked. And we're going to throw the new shocks on the rear. Then I can pull the cover off, pull this axle out, replace it, and then the whole rear end will be done. Alright, we got the new shocks on. It wasn't too bad. The old ones were shot. We're going to do this axle now and the axle seal and put some new brake pads on this side because that side was still, basically new and only a couple 100 miles, and brake pads still 90-100%. So just putting some new ones on this side is not going to hurt nothing. Okay, so from what I've seen, the axle tube looks perfectly normal. I don't see anything funky at all. But here's an idea of just how bad the axle shaft is. And of course it's raining now. But yeah, she's a little crooked. Okay, we got the differential gear oil draining. It's dirty. Well, could be worse, but it's a little dirty. And there's a chunk of probably clutch on the magnet. Now, the positive track was still working, so I mean it's still good, but something's not completely happy inside of it. We're going to get this cover off and get that axle pulled out real quick and get this whole rear end done. Alright, we got the new studs in the new axle and got the new axle in. And we got the clip in there and the pin and the bolt. So I'm going to throw that cover back on, silicone it, put the rotor back on with the new pads, and then we'll start putting on the rear sway bar. Alright, everything's back together. Got the brakes all back together. The cover's drying right now, the RTV. We're going to pick back up on this in the morning